What's good, guys? Who is Tunde here? Welcome to another episode of Afrobeats Weekly, your podcast about African music on the continent and the diaspora. Thank you guys for rocking with us. Thank you for listening. Shout out to you and yours, wherever you're listening from. Thank you for giving us an hour of your week. I'm gonna lie, we truly appreciate that. And like clockwork, before we get into the episode, guys, I need you to rate and review this podcast. Like I always say, it helps us grow, helps us get noticed. So as you're listening from your favorite app right now, just leave that 5-star rating and comments. Again, we truly appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. And on today's episode of Afrobeats Weekly, it is stacked with music. We will be discussing Blaqbonez Young Preacher album. We'll also be discussing Hypertension album by Bella Shmurda. Is Wizkid set to feature Davido on More Love, Less Ego? Questions. And as usual, new songs, spotlight of the week, turntable charts, eliminate, and all that other good stuff. And my guest this week was my guest last week. Give it up for Showontstop. How far now, Show?
What up? How you doing, man? How you doing? How's your week, man?
My week's been good. How your side?
Okay. Yo, man, I'm good, It was a good week, music-wise. I mean, I'm still listening to Hamwai Music Volume 3. Black Sharif is still my my playlist. So yeah, music-wise, it was a good week.
Bro, music-wise here has been good too, but Nigeria, Lagos-wise, they've been kicking our ass. First Cassidy here, this one there, all those stuff. It's still happening, I swear. Yeah. So, anyways, let's get into today's show. We don't have fan mail, so you guys don't forget to send us fan mail. We love it. We love hearing from you guys. Send it to fanmail@afrobeatspod.com. That's fanmail@afrobeatspod.com. And we're kicking off today's show with some news. And in the news, we've got Mavin at 10. So in celebration of Mavin's 10-year run, we're going to get a Mavin All-Star single in November, an album and a concert in December. So if you're a Mavin fan, you guys are eating good this December. You're eating very, very good. But shout out to Don Jazzy and Mavin, man. Proper record label, man. It's not easy to float a record label in this Nigeria and be able to do all these things, and they keep it fresh and they break artists. So, man, shout out Mavin, man.
It's not even just shout out Mavin. It is not just they kept it fresh. It's the fact that they rejuvenated the entire lineup, because you can't compare 10 years ago to Mavin now. It's a total fresh new lineup, and it's every year there's still new hits, still new stuff that are breaking out. Yo, man, they keep moving up, So yeah, really true. Shout out.
Yeah, big ups them, man. Big ups. So from the Mavin crew album announcements, we're moving to Wizkid's More Love, Less Ego. It finally has a release date, and it drops next week, November 3rd. Some features are already floating around, and there's a clip, but we'll come to that later. But if I go by the features floating around, we're not sure if it's confirmed yet, but we have Lauryn Hill, Travis Scott, Tyra Starr, Naira Marley, and maybe or maybe not Davido. And the reason for this speculation is because there's this clip that's floating around the internet, a clip of Wizkid backstage, and someone asked him about the album, and he said, people thought I'd never make a song with because they think we're not friends. And everybody went into a frenzy. Oh, it has to be David. I'm not going to lie. Automatically thought it was Davido too. If it's Davido, it is such a big deal. It's going to be a big deal, especially the fact that Afrobeats is such a global movement now. And I'll be honest, I think these guys should collaborate. I don't know what it sounds like, given Wizzy's tone in 2022 and from the singles we've heard. But maybe wishful thinking. We'll find out next week. What do you think?
Okay, so first of all, what is Wizzy's tone this year? Because I don't know, maybe I'm confused, but people always seem oh, he's still not the guy, or the music is still not dope. But I don't know, but the singles I'm hearing, how Wizzy sounds, he's still dope. It's just not. He's not just hungry Wiz. He's not hungry Wiz. But I still think the music is still nice. I'm liking the singles I've heard so far. it's something I can play easily. So
Yeah.
I don't know if the Davido Wizzy collab would be something, that would be like as great as maybe, David and Burna or David and Thames. But I still think that it would still be something worthy on the album. And maybe that will now make his fans just calm down a bit. Or the David and Wizkid tandem on Twitter will calm down a bit so we can rest. So yes, hopefully.
Yeah, looking forward to it, man. I don't know. We'll find out next week. We're just here, putting 1, 2, and 3 together and hoping we are right. But I don't know if we are wrong. We will be wrong. If we are right, then it's going to be such a huge moment next week. Like I don't know. Wiz is not this. I won't say low energy, but on this jazz, calm vibe where the energy they will bring. If it works, it's going to be very interesting. And if it doesn't, it's still going to be very interesting because at least these guys have buried the hatchet and everybody's moving on. But yeah, so that's it. Like I can't wait. I can't wait for the Wiz album. Can't wait. So speaking of the Wiz album, he has dropped another song. Had this one and everybody was going up and down. I don't know. I don't know about this one. I still feel the way I felt with that, that Casamigos out at the one he released before. To me, it's a cool song. The production is obviously fire. It sounds like I call it rich nigga jazz music. But I don't know. I have a problem with the lyrics. I know they're like, oh, don't complain about lyrics, but we've entered this era where you can still bang out good music and still give us something lyrics worthy. So that's just my only complaints. I just feel like complaining. So I'm only complaining about the lyrics. But other than that, I think the music is fire, man.
Yeah, I think Wizzy is in his element where he doesn't need songwriters. However, we feel like Afrobeat has come to the level where, everything has to be on par. So there has to be songwriters, production has to be great. So the production right now is flawless. I think Wizzy's production right now is flawless.
Yep.
It's on top. It's top notch right now. So you just want can songwriting match that? However, Wizzy is the person who just goes into the booth and says, whatever is on his mind, make it rhyme, beats. And he's in a zone where everything is effortless. So, I mean, do you now want to put him back into a songwriting scheme where he might not be so comfortable? I don't know.
Yeah. So. I get what you mean, man. I get what you mean. Like I said, I just we must complain about something. So that's what I'm complaining about. Love the production. Shout out People J again. Dope song. If Wizkid fans are already eating it up already. Money and Love. It starts the album. So again, we're really, really, really looking forward to the album. Can't wait. Another fire song that dropped is Lift Me Up by Rihanna. Yes, this is Afrobeats Weekly, but there was our sister in the Afrobeats, that wrote this one. It felt like she was the one it felt like it was a record, like she had already recorded it, written it, and maybe Rihanna heard it and was like, I like this song. Come on, sell it to me, or come and give me, or whatever it is that you do. And again, she acknowledged Thames for the songwriting, but this song is just too sad for me. I'm sure it would work in the soundtrack. Like when you hear it in Black Panther, you're going to be like, oh, this is very, very phenomenal. But as a single, I don't know. But yeah, shout out Thames. Her songwriting bag is immense. She's dope. And God of Thames, man, bless us, man. Bless us.
So what I think is, because originally when the first trailer came out, Thames was on that, right? Everybody blew up. Oh my God, Thames was on it. So what I think is, Thames wrote a couple of songs for the movie, for the soundtrack, right? However, this song, they heard it and they were like, you know what? Or maybe when they had the song, Rihanna was like, hey, I want to be on the project. And I'm like, oh man, we got this song that Thames sang. I think you should come sing it. And so Rihanna sang.
Theory.
I think that's how it went.
Nice theory. You talk about it, but nice theory.
No, I know these things, man. I know these things. Don't worry. So, however, I don't think Rihanna did a great job with it. I think it should remain a Thames song. There's so much I don't know how you put it, so much heart at times would have given it so much pain that would have, would have been great with her voice. That's just my feel. I don't want, Riri's Army or Navy, whatever, to come at me, but I just feel like I should just let it.
Really Army, they're just glad they're back up in the streets and they're eating and happy that Rihanna is making music. So give it a check, right? Yeah. So Lift Me Up by Rihanna, cool song if you like it. If you like all the sad songs and you want to like get in the mood to cry. Bump Lift Me Up by Rihanna, written by our sister in Afrobeats Terms. Another song we listened to was Umbrella by Wande Cole. Wande Cole is on this run now from dropping his album back to on streaming services. There's Umbrella by Wande Cole. Another Empire release. Another nice song if you like Wande. Catchy. Wande Cole. Like, nothing really much to say about this. I don't know about you.
Man, I love this song, man. I play this song a bit. So Wande's in his bag. To me, Wande doesn't miss. That's me. But yeah, like this is a great song. The video is really nice. Fine, girls in the video. Yeah. When he was dancing in the rain like Michael Jackson. Look, man, it was a good song. Hopefully it'll be a song that catches up. Yeah, but it's on the compilation by Empire. I mean, it'll probably be the second most played song on that compilation, right next to Cuff, because Cuff is just that's right now. So yeah, good song.
And the new one by Fino, I will just allow you to take that one because you were just waxing lyrical about it. I think it's a cool song. But you don't.
That is dumb. It's a dope jam. Clearly, Fino is back. He entered his piano bag. Yeah, so BBO. Although it's kind of weird that the name is BBO. Kind of almost sounds like Buddy Yoda or something. But I'm gonna let that slide. Yeah, man. It's called Bad Bitches Only. Yeah, man. It's a good song. You don't worry. You're gonna see girls playing that song, singing it on their snaps, on their Instagram stories. So yeah. Fino's got one.
It's one of those songs just as good. It's going to grow on you because you're going to be hearing it everywhere. So yeah, not mad at it too. Not mad at it.
Yeah, definitely going to be hearing it a lot.
Yes, sir. So from new songs we're bumping to new albums, I think we should kick off with Blaqbonez. Is it Blaqbonez Young Preacher.
Okay. So first of all, I want to apologize to Blaqbonez. That's first of all, I want to get that out the way and just apologize to Blaqbonez. And then the second thing I want to say is that Blaqbonez is officially top tier. When I mean top tier, it's like he is in my mind right now, he's in the Wiz, Burna, Davido. Like
bold claim.
Whatever you want to call it. He's exactly who he says he is. Okay. He's the person that he actually can make good music.
True.
Now this album is flawless to me. Top to bottom, songwriting, production, every song it's in the pocket. Like every song makes it. Like I was blown away. Like I was listening to it, I was just like, yo man, what is going on? Like how is Blaqbonez this good? And so that now brings me back to my point is it that his theatrics online kind of like puts in our mind exactly what we think he's going to sound like? Like, are we questioning what we think he's going to sound like compared to like what his actual product is?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I'm online, like first, even the features, everything was on point. I was just like, yo, what is this? So, man, this definitely is going to be my top 2 albums out of Afrobeats this year. Young Preacher is that album.
Everything you said, let me start by echoing your sentiments. First of all, I want to apologize to Blaqbonez too. Because I really enjoyed this album. 14 songs, 8 features. The production was stellar. J5 Tells, Blaze Beats, Ozedikos, and a few other guys. This is a very good album in my opinion. Even as a casual listener, a lot of good songs. I mean, we all know like Blaqbonez can rap if you've been a fan, but I've never like really engaged with any of his projects till this one. Like I never go back to his projects. I know, oh, this guy can rap, make songs, and internet comedian as Bella Shmurda will call him. But this is a very solid body of work. You can hear the maturity, but still sticks to that. It's like toxic love theme. The intro was solid. The outro was solid with Asha sample. I hope we got clearance because let them not Joe boy him. I enjoyed Loyalty again with the pop play sample. Like the song, was it Mazo? I think that was my favorite jam. The song with Loji and Amari. Like I said, man, first time I'm playing a Blaqbonez album and I actively going back to press play again because I enjoyed the album. So to me, again, this is his best body of work yet. Man, shout out Blaqbonez, man. I agree with everything you said.
I like that. Like my best song was Fake Nikes. Like I was like, yo, man, what is this? Like that song was banging. He had like this short skit, like which was like She Like It Go, which was also a dope song. His Mama with Techno is definitely gonna probably be like
the guy came through.
Like back on BS, yo man, all through, really good album.
I swear, man. I don't want to mention it, but someone texted me and the person was like, man, this Blaqbonez albums is so solid. And I was like, the guy used the production, he uses marketing money because, like, he markets himself. So, like, you know what? Give me all this marketing money. Let me toss into production. I was like, because the album sounded so rich, so fresh. And I'm like, what is this I'm hearing? This Blaqbonez, I can't believe it. What have I been missing? But yeah, again, shout out Blaqbonez, man. Young Preacher, we love it here. Absolutely love it here. So from Young Preacher, another album that dropped, Hypertension by Bella Shmurda. So another album we listened to, Hypertension by Bella Shmurda, and another confession time. When Newborn Fella dropped, I didn't really like the single. I wasn't feeling it. And I didn't like the, Fella vibe, the Newborn Fella. Like, I feel like he actually Fella alone. Anyway, I didn't like it as the lead single for the album. But listening through the album, I kind of enjoyed it, and it kicks off like the album. So it sets the tone for what you're going to get. 15 songs, production from The Usual Suspects, P Prime, Nip Keys, ATG, all those guys that we know like his regular features. A couple of bops and takeaways on this album for me. I love the one with Simi, Converse with Fino. I don't know what he was saying, but jam. Of course, the Fino with Omale is a jam anytime, any day. My favorite was the one with Vitoni. The misses for me on this album were kind of like the international features. I don't know why it didn't connect to me. It didn't sound like I have these international features and all of them came through. It didn't come through in my opinion. The album is, should I say, playlist style. It has like this playlist feel where Blaqbonez just puts his songs together, so it doesn't make for this real cohesion. But I fucks with it. It has more hits than misses. I pick the tracks I like and I'll just add them to my playlist, and I think that's about it for me, man. What are your thoughts?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I was gonna say it has like, just take the songs you like and leave the rest. Like the rest, I mean, someone else can handle that. But the songs that you are going to pick out of this are really good. Maybe then they should have like made it shorter, like 10 songs. Just a couple songs will make it. So like if it was like 10 songs, I'll love it. I love Newborn Fella. Contraband was good. Lose It was good. Fire, that was my jam. Philo, we're on my way to. Man of the Year. Like those were my songs. Like those are the songs I'll pick out of it. So yeah. It's not bad for a debut album. I'm pretty sure like I've been sitting on a lot of songs. So sometimes like when people want to debut, they just get all these songs that they've been chopping up in the studio out. So I'm not really mad at it again. Hypertension by Bella Shmurda. You guys should bump it if you have the chance to. We love it. We love it. Another album that dropped, or maybe not album, EP, Home by Johnny Drill. No complaints on this one. You can't really go wrong with like 6-track Johnny Drill EP. I think I just wish that they there's this version of Don Jazzy's How Are You My Friend has been floating around. Actually, they put it on the album like a bonus track. But other than that, this is like what you expect from a Johnny Drill project. So really nothing more to say here. Good Johnny Drill album. So, however, I have lots of things to say about this. Now, let me get started. Home is definitely like a spiritual, like listening. Like
Yeah.
it's like you're on the plane with your ancestors and the gods.
Mm.
That's how it feels like that. That's how the title track first of all kicks off with me. Like I'm listening to this album and Johnny Drill is a musical epitome of good things to come from Nigeria. So with that said, like every song is a hit for me. This is like, clearly this is not music you're popping bottles to. And we definitely do need variety in like the Afrobeat sphere. So he's in every pocket. Every song is hitting. I mean, take it down to just the Jumoke, like all Jumokes out there, you have an outstanding song. Like, you know, while Funke and Alimo and Tolani have Bakuri Moin, you have a song that people can sing with joy in their hearts, even down to the song that Dikule Gold. Everything is sweet in my head. So this is an amazing EP. I wish it was an album. That's just me. Like I just wish, give me 4 more songs and let's make this an album. I don't want it to end. So yeah, Johnny Drill, do well.
Shout out Johnny Drill, man. That's show's review of Home by Johnny Drill. So those are the albums we listened to this week. And from the albums we bumped, we are getting into the spotlight of the week. And my spotlight of the week, I'm very excited. It's Rise by T-Dollar. Why I'm excited, if people have listened to this pod from day one, T-Dollar is like one of my poster children of my favorite genre in Nigeria right now. My mama said genre, aka Afro Trenches. I call it Afro Trenches music. These guys have the street on lock right now, and most of them are just like a feature or a good label away from going mainstream. Their music, like most of the time, like talks about hope, aspiration for a better life. So it resonates with like street kids in the trenches trying to make it out. This album already has like 25 million streams on Audiomack. Like I kid you not. It features Oladipes, Harry Songs, Ortega. It's just 6 songs. I want you guys to listen to it. Rise EP by T-Dollar, man. Afrobeats Weekly approved. What say you, my guy?
Yo, man, I think that you mentioned the actual word is Afro Trenches. And I'm thinking we will never get tired of a song telling us of how God took us out of the trenches and now we're eating good. Like, we're never going to get tired of that. We just want to have that song where we came out of the trenches and like first track hits it straight up if that's exactly what it's about. Next song on EP, it features Ortega, and Ortega kind of has like this, Burna Boy style. Like his verse was so Burna light. Trenches Burna Boy. Trenches Burna. Yeah, that song too was really dope. I really enjoyed Rise as well. So yeah, I mean, for an EP, it's good. Like you mentioned, just a good label away from just being a star. So yeah, T-Dollar got my eye and my ear.
T-Dollar Rise, guys. Get into it. Tap in and let us know what you think. So from Afro Trenches, Afrobeats Weekly approved EP, we're getting into the turntable charts. Turntable Charts brings you the best performing artists and songs. Every week, thousands of songs are tracked across radio and streaming platforms in Nigeria. So this week at number 10, coming down, Fireboy DML's and Ashake's Bandana. At number 9, Organize is also coming down. Staying Steady is Philo, Bella Shmurda and Omale. Also staying steady at number 7 is Terminator by Ashake. Coming down at number 6 is Fuse and Davido's Electricity. This one is moving on up. Number 5, Back in Uni, Blaqbonez and J5. Joa by Ashake is coming down to number 4. Extra Cool by Young Johnson on the same spot at number 3. Rush has finally come down and is at number 2. And as predicted, call me Tunde Damos, Cough by none other than Chris Daniel is at number 1. So Cough by Chris Daniel is at number 1.
I swear to God, last week you said it's gonna come in at number 5. And I was just like, nah, I don't think so. However, I was at like a 50-year-old birthday party yesterday. I kid you not. They must have played Cough at least 50 times.
Bro,
Like,
I'm not
it's
surprised.
literally, someone would just come up like, oh, I want that song again. And they'll play like 2 songs and then play it back again. I was just like, yo, man, I'm gonna get sick of this song before it even hits, before the album comes out. So yeah, as predicted.
I'm already sick of it, but you can't just help. Like, it's everywhere. Like, there's this guy like that stays in front of my estate. If you go there right now, I guarantee you're going to hear and I'm like, what is inside the song? All of you are bumping to. But yeah, number one this week. So from the turntable charts, we are moving into our fives, and this week's five, shout out to songwriter extraordinaire Thames. I was listening and I was like, you know what, let me go back to Thames playlist, and I want to give you guys my top 5 Thames. And number 5 is Wait For You. So Future featuring Thames and Drake. I love this one. To me, one of those songs of the summer. I'm not even mad at it. Coming in at number 4 for me. The first song on If Orange Was a Project, and underrated Bob, Crazy Things. Crazy Things Are Happening. Number 3, obviously, biggest song of our career till date so far, Essence. Nobody's touching that song. And number 2, Try Me. I think this was the song that like propelled her to stardom. This was that like crossover single, in my opinion, for her. Huge, fantastic song. And number 1, this is, I don't know if I should say I'm biased or it's personal, but this song, in my opinion, is her best song. The lyrics, the range in her voice, and as they say on Twitter, I think her rent was due when she sang this. It is Luku Luku by Thames. That's my number 1 Thames song. Logo. There you have it, my 5. Over to you, man.
That's a good list. Well, my top 5 this week, since we were talking about Wiz album and Wiz feature, and who's it gonna feature, so I hit up with the top 5 skit features. This might be songs, people that he's featured or he's featured on the song. So at number 5 is Malo with Tiwa Savage. It's a number 5 song. At number 4 is Bad Energy, A Far Away with Skepta. At number 3, coincidentally, we're both having it at number 3. Essence with Thames.
Yeah.
At number 2, back when Wiz was, still, I wouldn't say in the trenches, but he was still on the mainland in Lagos, chilling with us, chilling with guys. His baddest boy, EME All Stars, man. His verse on that was still top 5. And at number 1, still back when he was, not yet in the trench, he was out of the trenches, but still smelled the trenches, was Caro LAX. Yeah, that's my top 5.
Not bad at the lyrics. You can hardly go wrong with the top 5. I'm sure it was very hard for you to even put everything into one, because this guy has hits for days. Hits for days. I'm not even going to lie. There you have it, guys. My 5, shows 5. And from the 5s, we are going to the Eliminate segment. And this is in celebration of Maven at 10. We are doing Maven 3.0, and we're trying to see who the top Maven act is. This one is hard small, it's difficult small, it's not hard small, but let's see what show picks. So
yo, man, I was gonna say, this time you should do the picking, all right? So I could just call it out and you make the picks.
Yeah, right. For sure. Let's go.
All right, let's flip it. Okay, so you know what, man? I already know you're just gonna do some mad shit, but it doesn't matter. Okay, at number 1, let's go. Johnny Drill versus Poe.
This is kind of tough. Depends on where you, but obviously because both of them are obviously top tier Maven acts, and they have good albums, good projects out. But because I'm rap biased, I'm sorry, Johnny Drill, I love you, but the rap student in me goes for Poe.
Okay. All right. Okay. Next, we have Bayani versus Boy Spice.
Okay, this is both of them have two, but so these two guys, I love them, new Maven signees. They have like buzzing singles, but I'll pick the one that has the buzzing single that is more buzzing, which is Boy Spice with Nobody. I'll go with Boy Spice for this one.
Who has the more buzzer single? Okay.
Yeah, Boy Spice.
Then we have Crayon versus Magic.
Two new signees to Crayon, Magics. I like their lead singles. Obviously, okay, no, this one's not Crayon's lead single, but obviously it has this hot single of one of the hottest singles of the year in Ayola and Magics with that is I Dey Wait in my 10 years. So I think this is hard. I don't know. This is difficult, but I think I'd lean towards Crayon because of recency bias. I'd say Crayon for this one.
Okay. No, this is the hardest one.
Yeah.
This is the hardest one because I know you and I know you're mad. So, Star versus Rema.
This is definitely the most difficult one. Rema, everybody knows Rema. Star, everybody knows Aya. Both multiple hit singles. But let me tell you, it just boils down to Aya Star being the only female on this list. That's what it just boils down to. So Rema, I'm very sorry, but Aya is moving on to the next round for me, man.
What? So it was Aya Star versus Trap Rema? You still pick her?
I'll just be like, female artist bias. I'll just that's just it. That's nothing to do with talent. That's nothing to do with who has the most hits. I just want the first lady in my list, so I'm picking Aya Star.
All right, fair enough. Okay, so Poe versus Crayon.
This one is easy. I'm not gonna lie. Poe has it, man. Poe has this one.
All right. And that takes us to our Star versus Boy Spice.
Another easy one. My first lady moves on to the next round.
All right, and we're now at the final round. And you know how it goes.
I don't know how to do this. I want to say my ultimate artist. So it's not a battle between do I want the first lady or does hip hop in me win the battle? So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I think hip hop in me wins this battle. So I'll go with Poe as my ultimate living act. I'm sorry to everybody out there. I know I disappointed you, but sorry, Poe has it. Sorry for disappointment.
Wow.
But Poe is my ultimate top Marvin act on Eliminate this week.
All right, that's good.
That was really harder than I thought, though. Who would you have picked, by the way?
Aya Star, man. Clip. Easy.
So Aya Star has it for you.
She has it. It's like she has the star quality. Like whoever would have put it, I think she has the final star quality that takes her over the hump.
She really does, man. She really does. But again, excited for all these guys. Like we said, Maven, these guys have given us and are continuing to give us like dope acts, reinventing the wheel. Top record label, easy at all, man. Easy, but they've been there. And if they're in your city, you guys should pull through and support them, support Don Jazzy, support the Maven. And that's it this week on Eliminate. And that's it this week also on the show. Thank you guys for listening to this episode of Afrobeats Weekly. We really hope you enjoyed it. New episode of the podcast drops every Monday. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your pod from. We would love to hear from you. I keep saying this. Use the hashtag Afrobeats Weekly. Leave us comments, suggestions, send your music to fanmail@afrobeatspod.com. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Engage us. We'll engage you back. We'll catch you next episode 26. And we're out.